3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
All right, so our next recipe we're going to be making is something that's a really tasty snack, and it is called hummus. Now, I don't know if you've had hummus before. Sounds kind of weird. A lot of people might be a little bit hesitant to try it, but it's actually super delicious. It's creamy, it's healthy, and you can dip all sorts of fun things in it. So I really like to use this as a snack later in the day when I'm getting hungry for dinner and I'm looking for something healthy to get me until dinner is ready. Now, it's really easy to buy hummus at the store, but what some people don't know is you can actually make it, and it doesn't require that many ingredients. It's not too hard, and it makes it, I think, a little bit yummier than the ones that you buy at the store. So that's what we're going to be making today. So for this recipe, you're going to need a food processor. I'm going to be using what's called a immersion blender. It has an attachment for a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you could probably make it in a blender too. I've done that before. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So in your food processor here, you're going to want to combine tahini and lemon juice. So I have tahini here. It's been a little while since I've mixed it up. So you want to first stir it a little bit, get the oil all mixed in with the tahini before you put it into the food processor. Now, tahini, if you didn't know, is actually ground up sesame seeds. So that's basically all it is. It kind of has the consistency of peanut butter. So we need 1/4 cup of that. I'll put my 1/4 cup here, and I'm just going to measure that out. Once you have your 1/4 cup, you can go ahead and put that in your food processor. I'll just get the rest of that out of here. Oh, I got 1/4 cup. Just gonna go ahead and stick that in. Okay. And then next you're going to add lemon juice. So you need 1/4 cup of lemon juice. It comes out to be about 1 large lemon. I've gone ahead and cut it into pieces just to make it easier to squeeze. So you're going to take your lemon, you're going to squeeze that lemon in. Careful, don't get the seeds in it. We don't want to eat those. That would not be very good. It would hurt our teeth. Looks like I got one in there. So if you get any of the lemon seeds in there, just make sure you fish them out. Okay. See one here. I'm just going to get that seed out before it goes into my food processor. Okay, and if you don't have lemons, but you do have the lemon juice that comes in a little bottle in your fridge, that's fine too. I find that fresh lemons are a little bit brighter in flavor, so I prefer using fresh lemons when I have one. But the other kind of lemon juice will also do the trick. It's also just easier because you don't need to squeeze it. Okay, so once you have your large lemon all squeezed in there, we're going to go ahead and process this for about a minute. So what that's going to do is it's going to make it extra creamy and extra delicious before we add the chickpeas in. So I'm going to put my top on here, and we're just going to blend that up for about a minute. All right. So looks like it's starting to get all creamy in there, but I'm just going to go ahead and scrape the sides, make sure it gets all mixed in together, and then we're going to do that again. Don't lose any of that yummy tahini there. Okay. Pretty good. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to add our olive oil and garlic and a couple spices. So if you can see, it's already starting to look nice and creamy and delicious there. Okay, so for the olive oil, we need about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So I have my olive oil in this little container here. Yours might be in a bottle. So we're going to take 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and we're going to go ahead and put that right in with the tahini and the lemon juice. 1. We might need to add a little bit more later, but let's start with that much. Okay. The next thing we need is minced garlic. You need a clove of garlic. I have a full head of garlic here, so I'm just going to break off one of those cloves. And I like my hummus extra garlicky, so I'm actually going to put 2 cloves in. But if you don't like garlic that much, you don't have to do that. You can only put 1. So a trick, if you look at the garlic, it actually has a like a husk or paper all on it, and we don't want to eat that. So the trick that I have learned to getting the clove of garlic out of that covering is you take a knife, being careful, you place it flat on the garlic clove, and then you press down with the palm of your hand, and it breaks your clove just like that, and makes it super easy to get that cover off. I find that that's the fastest way for me to do it. So I'm going to do the same with the other clove. Okay. So then we're going to mince it. I have the garlic pressed here. So I'm just going to take those 2, stick it in, and then squeeze to have that minced garlic go in. Okay. After we have our garlic, we're going to add some cumin. So you need about a ½ teaspoon. I have my cumin right here. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit in. Again, it's all to your taste. And then you're also going to add a little bit of salt. So I have it here. You're going to want about ½ teaspoon. I'm going to add 2 big pinches to that. Okay, so once we have all that, we're going to blend that up again, like we did before. So we're going to do that for about 30 seconds or so, and then do the same process of scraping it down. Okay, it's probably pretty good. Let's check on it. Okay, just gonna stir that up a little bit, make sure I'm getting it all on the edges so we don't lose any that's in there. Process it again. Okay, so once we have that in there, we're going to want, and it's looking pretty creamy, everything's all mixed up, it's starting to look like hummus. So once we've done that, we're going to add half of the chickpeas. So I've actually taken my can of chickpeas, you need 1 small can. I've gone ahead and drained out all of the water in there and rinsed them off, so they're all ready to go. So we're going to add just about half of the chickpeas in. If you add too many, it could be hard to process everything. So we're going to do half the can, and then we're going to do the other half. Okay, so that looks like that's about half. Okay, so you can see I've got my chickpeas now on top. So chickpeas, they actually are called garbanzo beans. So either name is the same. It's the exact same thing. They're super delicious. So we're just going to go ahead and process the chickpeas. to mix them in with everything else. Just one second. Looks like something's stuck underneath there. All right, let's check on it. Okay, so what we got going on here. Some of the chickpeas are still a little chunky in there. That's okay. We're going to continue to blend that to make sure that it gets all smooth. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the chickpeas in here though, to blend those into what we have going on already. So we should have everything that we need in here now. We're going to go ahead and blend that. Okay, give it a check. Okay, so it's starting to get mixed there. My hummus is still pretty thick, so I'm going to add just a little bit of water to it to help bring that thickness down and make it easier to blend. Let's see if that helps it out. And I'm going to just give it a little stir just to make sure everything's getting mixed in there. Okay, so it's starting to get there. I'm going to have to keep blending this, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to fast forward in the recipe. So you're going to keep blending this, adding a little bit of water. You can taste it, see if you want to add some more salt, if you want to add more olive oil. I also sometimes will put a little bit of paprika in it just to give it a little bit of extra flavor. But then you'll know when it's done, when it's nice and creamy. And then you can go ahead and put it in a bowl. And I like to dip carrots in it. I find that that's a little bit healthier than pita chips, and it makes it a really healthy snack. So do want to talk a little bit about carrots, because carrots are a really healthy seasonal vegetable. So what I have here are baby carrots. You can probably also eat the big long carrots. If you get those, make sure you just peel them. You can eat the skin, but I like to peel them first when I get the big ones. Carrots can be white, yellow, red, or even purple. I always think it's fun when I get purple carrots because they're fun to eat. Carrots keep for a while in your fridge for several weeks. And they can go in all sorts of different things. So you can cook carrots on the stove to make it a really healthy vegetable. Or you could just eat it as a snack on its own. It's a really good thing to have in your fridge. So with that, I'm going to keep processing my hummus and then eat it as a snack. And I hope that you guys enjoy it too.